Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 funniest text message fails. We all send text messages. Some of us send one every once in a while others send hundreds a day. But no matter how many you've sent or received, you've likely never witnessed any texts as hilarious as these. So get ready for some shocks and laughs thanks to these amazing text fails. Subscribe and turn on notifications, and comment done when you've done this for a shout out at the end of our next video. Coming in at number 10, we have LOL. We all know the common meaning for the phrase LOL, that being laugh out loud. But for an older generation, LOL means something a little different. Believe it or not, your parents may have wrote LOL in cards and letters before texts even existed. This is because it used to mean love you lots. But when two generations collide, hilarity can ensue, albeit in a very dark way. One mom texted their son telling them their great aunt had passed away and then said LOL after. The son, David, then responds asking what's so funny about that. His mum then says it's not funny at all, and she's totally baffled. When finally David tells his mum the modern meaning of LOL, it's safe to say his mum was very embarrassed and confused. But not only did she have to correct herself for the text message she sent to her son, but also the texts she sent to everyone else. I'm sure she got a lot of very angry and confused responses. The guy David posted his text on Reddit and it went super viral. You gotta feel bad for the great aunt, but hopefully his mum's funny texting fail made David feel a bit better. Next up is girls' night out. Lots of people like to go out to nightclubs. Sometimes it can be fun to go with your boyfriend or girlfriend, but sometimes people want some alone time or want to kick back with their friends rather than hanging out with their boyfriend or girlfriend 24/7. It's not uncommon for girls to get caught doing this, but it's usually not in this fashion. One guy texted his girlfriend asking what she was doing. She said she was getting pretty tired and just wanted to go to sleep, kind of hinting she didn't want to talk. To be polite, however, she asked what he was up to. The guy then replies, standing behind you at the nightclub. That's right, this guy caught his girl out at the club without him and decided to do a little honesty test on her. And suffice to say, his girlfriend failed. I just hope she was out there with her friends and not trying to pick up another man. The guy posted his message online because of how badly he caught his girlfriend. Then again, the guy was also out at the nightclub, so maybe he has some explaining to do as well. Awkward. Next up is typical moms. We all love our moms. They can be super wise sometimes and give some great advice. But one thing most moms aren't too great at is using new technology. They didn't grow up with it, so what seems easy to younger people can be more tricky for them. One girl's mom got a new cell phone, so she sent her a text asking how she was liking it. However, her mom didn't respond over and over again despite the girl sending 4 more texts. After a while, her mom finally texted her back asking how to do a space. And surprise, her text message was all clumped together as one word. This is one hilarious fail from a mum who really needs some tech support. The girl was laughing out loud when she got this, and so were thousands of people on Twitter after she tweeted a screenshot of a rather odd conversation. Next up is false alarm. Failing a test paper at school sucks. Not only do you have to get roasted by your teacher for getting a bad grade, but your parents are also likely going to get pretty mad. But one kid who failed a biology test seems to be a quick thinker despite his lousy test score. He texted his dad saying he got his girlfriend pregnant, and naturally his dad freaked out. But his son then diffused the situation by saying he was kidding and he only failed a school test. And his dad was actually thankful he failed because it meant he wouldn't be a high school dad. This is one smart move by the kid, as his dad didn't get angry about his test as he was way too busy thinking about the potentially pregnant girl. I wonder if this kid did the same trick on his mom. Seeing how well it worked on his dad, I don't see why not. This might be something you guys want to try out next time you have to break some bad news to your parents. Next up is phone alone. We've already looked at a mom who isn't exactly a whiz when it comes to technology. Well, dads are no exception to this. One teen went out with a few of his friends, but he forgot his phone, so his dad tried to be helpful. He texted his son telling him he left his phone at home. But this is of course illogical because his son wouldn't receive a message if he didn't have his phone with him. When his son arrived back home and checked his phone, he was laughing out loud when he saw this ridiculous text from his dad. Is this an act of general stupidity, or is his dad just not too good when it comes to tech? What this dad did makes literally no sense, so maybe it's a bit of both. At least this dad means well, even if he did probably cause his son to question his sanity after sending him this. Next up is bath time. Today, sometimes kids use texting for some quite inappropriate reasons. This can get kids into trouble, but occasionally it backfires in a completely different way. And this one particular text fail occurred on WhatsApp. One guy asked his girlfriend what she was up to, and she responded saying she was in the bath. This was when the guy decided to get a little naughty. He asked the girl to send a picture of herself in the bath. The girl obviously didn't want to, but one-upped the guy and sent this hilarious picture back. Half of her face is real and the other half is a reflection, making her look very bizarre. Suffice to say, the guy was not amused. He thought he was going to get a saucy picture, but instead he got this. He simply said bye, as he no longer wanted to talk to the girl after she totally trolled him with that weird photo. The girl was so pleased with her response, she sent it on to friends, who then shared it online. Next up, we have X. We all have exes, and sometimes we don't get around to deleting them from our phones. This can get very awkward after exes begin to chat with you after having a messy breakup. One ex asked her boyfriend if he still had feelings for her, but there was a twist. They'd broken up because she had cheated on him. At first, he acted like he did, saying, well, yeah. She then said, me too. But that was when the guy decided to get back at his ex. He then expressed the actual feelings he felt for her now they were broken up. It's safe to say the girl was pretty annoyed, but then again, she shouldn't have cheated. The guy then posted this text online, keeping the girl anonymous but causing a lot of laughs for people online. Next up is Google. This is another parent who is not good with computers. We're all aware how on special occasions Google changes their logo to what they call a Google Doodle. They change it for the day of the occasion and then change it back to normal the next day. Well, one day a daughter received a text message from her mom asking her to stop changing the Google logo. She then explained to her mom that it's not her doing it and Google automatically changes it. The mom was still baffled and she says she thought her daughter controlled Google. This is because she operates all the computer stuff at home. The mum clearly doesn't think her daughter is CEO of Google, but she did say she thought she ran Google as she manages their computer. But her daughter made fun of the situation, saying if she was CEO of Google, she wouldn't be driving an old Ford. And seeing as the CEO of Google reportedly earns $250 million a year, this couldn't be more true. Next up is drink up. We all like a drink, but some people go way too far. After a heavy night of drinking, one guy texted his friend the following morning. He asked his friend how wasted he actually got the night before, as he had no memory of it. And his friend had quite the response. He said at one point in the night, he told him to try and bite his own nose. And when he did, his friend lay on the floor screaming, "It's getting away! It's getting away!" His friend was not happy about everyone laughing at his expense. But you have to admit, that would have been pretty funny to watch. I just wonder if the guy recorded his friend's antics and texted them too. That would be another funny text fail itself. Next up is divorce. Today, a lot of kids' parents get divorced, but most parents don't break it to their kids casually with a text message. So when this guy's dad texted him saying him and the guy's mom were getting a divorce next month, the guy freaked out, naturally. Luckily though, his dad quickly cleared up the situation, saying the phone auto-corrected Disneyland to divorce. This is a huge opposite, as Disneyland is a place of happiness, while a divorce meeting is definitely not. Then again, this guy's parents are going to Disneyland without him, so maybe he should be upset. Either way, whether they're taking him or not, at least they're not getting a divorce. Can you imagine your dad breaking that kind of news to you nonchalantly by text? You'd probably want to divorce him as your parent after that. Click on the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the funniest text message fail. I think it's the girl who lied about being in the club while her boyfriend was standing behind her. That is so awkward. This video shout out goes to Ali Ramani. Subscribe and turn on notifications and comment done for a shout out in the next video. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.